1 2 3 mic test. So hope I am audible. So this lecture would be about basal ganglia. Basal ganglia, one of the most scary topic in the neurophysiology. Basal ganglia. First of all, let me tell you why do we call it basal ganglia? Because back in 90s, when it was discovered, there was no such norms ki if it is outside the CNS we will call it ganglia, or if it is inside the CNS we will call it nuclei. So we can call it basal ganglia or basal nuclei. We can use any name of them. Now let me tell you ki where is this located. By question should arise in your mind ki where this basal ganglia is located. So it is located in the subcortical region. Where? Subcortical region. What do you mean by subcortical region? You know cerebral cortex. So it is located below the cerebral cortex. So it is located in subcortical region. Now basal ganglia is not a single nuclei, rather it's a group of nuclei. Okay, so it's a group of subcortical nuclei. Can you name them? Yes. First of them is caudate nucleus. You will read more about them in the neuroanatomy, but for the sake of neurophysiology, I am naming them. Caudate nucleus. Second one is putamen. Third one is globus pallidus. Some people also call it globus pallidus, whatever. Okay, sorry. Next component is subthalamic nuclei. It's different from the thalamus. Thalamus is different, subthalamus is different. Okay, so what is it? Subthalamic nuclei. The last is substantia nigra. Substantia nigra. Okay, so repeat with me. Basal ganglia is a group of subcortical nuclei including caudate nucleus, putamen, repeat with me, globus pallidus, subthalamic nuclei and substantia nigra. Now caudate and putamen together are called as striatum. Caudate and putamen collectively are called striatum, and the globus pallidus it has two parts. First is globus pallidus internus. Okay, I have used the short form globus pallidus GP. So in the next few minutes I will use GPI. So whenever I use GPI, you have to understand that I am talking about globus pallidus internus and globus pallidus externus. GPE. Okay, so it was the physiological anatomy of basal nuclei. Now second question should arise in your mind is ki what is the function of this basal nuclei or basal ganglia, whatever you call it. So let me tell you ki cerebral cortex is the one who makes decision ki what will happen, what movements will the limbs or digits will make, but this decision has to be refined. The decision has to be refined in the sense ki how much distance the digits will travel, for the how much time the contraction will occur, and how long the movement will occur. So all these responsibility is on the basal ganglia or basal nuclei. So in short, basal nuclei will decide कि how much and when the contraction will occur. Now if the basal ganglia has to decide कि how much and how long and what limbs and what digits has to be contracted, then it should know कि the cortex is making some decision. By if the cortex is making some decision, how the basal ganglia will know? So there must be some input from the cortex to the basal ganglia. Am I right or not? Are you getting or not? कि this is cortex, this is thinking to make some movement, and this is basal ganglia. Basal ganglia will define the movements. So this cortex will tell the basal ganglia कि brother, I'm thinking to do so, can you help me to refine this? So basal ganglia will say okay, send the inputs. So the basal ganglia, there is a nucleus striatum. Now you have to remember, because एक दो मिनट पहले ही I told कि putamen and globus pallidus collectively are called as striatum. So this striatum is the main nucleus or main component which get all the inputs from the cortex, thalamus and raphe-nucleus. Now the striatum has got the notification, got the inputs from cortex, thalamus and raphe-nucleus. Now what will striatum do? It will send the information to other components of the basal ganglia. Then those components will refine and decide whether to make or not the movement. So this striatum sends the information to whom? To which component this striatum will send the information. Depending on that, the neural pathways in the basal ganglia can be divided into indirect and direct pathways. So let me talk about first direct pathways. So this is the cortex. Let me change the color. This is cortex. Cortex sent input to the striatum. So basically what cortex did? Cortex activated the striatum via a neurotransmitter known as glutamate, right? Now what will happen? The striatum will release GABA to globus pallidus internus GPI. Now tell me what happens when the GABA is released at presynaptic neuron. What will happen? The GPI will be inhibited. Now you can say, see कि what is the function of GPI. GPI, main function of the GPI is to inhibit the thalamus. But if the GPI is itself inhibited, then how can it inhibit the thalamus? So thalamus is free to stimulate the cortex. Okay, let me repeat this. Cortex stimulated striatum. Okay, striatum inhibited the globus pallidus internus GPI. Now if the GPI is inhibited, so it further can't inhibit the thalamus. So thalamus is free to release the glutamate, and this glutamate will stimulate the cortex. Now cortex will send signal to the spinal cord via corticospinal tract and the motion will occur. So direct pathway is also called excitatory pathway. अरे हाँ कि ना भाई, excitatory pathway. Great. Now second one which about I was talking was indirect pathway. Indirect pathway. Now see here what is happening. The cortex primary work of cortex is to stimulate the striatum. So this is input, right? This is input. Now striatum will release GABA as usual, but this time it release GABA on globus pallidus in externus. Here it is globus pallidus internus, while in the indirect pathway it is GPE. First difference. Then GPE release GABA to subthalamic nucleus. Ab you should not confuse between subthalamic nucleus and thalamus, because both are different, right? So when striatum release GABA, this globus pallidus internus is this globus pallidus externus is inhibited. ठीक है? So if the globus pallidus externus is inhibited, so how could it inhibit the subthalamic nucleus? So subthalamic nucleus is free to excite the GPI because it has glutamic acid, glutamate, because these the neurons between subthalamic nucleus and GPI are glutamic neurons. Now the GPI is stimulated. If GPI is stimulated, then what it will do? It will release GABA. Are yes or no? It will release GABA and inhibit the thalamus. Now if the thalamus is inhibited, so thalamus can't release glutamate further. If thalamus can't release the glutamate, cortex won't be activated. Now let me repeat again. Cortex activated striatum, right? Striatum inhibited the GPE. Now if the GPE is inhibited, so it won't be able to inhibit the subthalamic nucleus. So subthalamic nucleus is free to excite the GPI, and this GPI will further inhibit the thalamus, and this thalamus won't be able to excite the cortex. So this indirect pathway is also known as inhibitory pathway. Yes or no? IN for inhibitory, IN for indirect. Okay, this is a trick to remember, but you have to know the whole mechanism behind it. So these are two pathways. Now what does the pathway do? What happens ki indirect pathway are inhibitory and direct pathway are excitatory. So there is a fine balance between both. ठीक है? तो when there is a balance between both, all movements will be finely controlled. But when there is disturbance in the any pathway, there will be some problem. But before going to the problems, let me tell you one more thing, कि the striatum is also supplied by substantia nigra. I'm writing the short form substantia nigra SN. The substantia nigra projects some fibers to striatum, dopaminergic fibers, and it stimulate the striatum, and the striatum project fibers to substantia nigra. Those are GABAergic. So obviously this will inhibit the substantia nigra. Okay, so this was physiology of basal ganglia. What we discussed? We discussed components, neural pathways, some inputs, and how the neural pathways work. Now let us discuss the applied physiology or clinical physiology of the basal ganglia. So first is very famous Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease. Now main pathology in Parkinson's disease, what happens? This is striatum, this is substantia nigra. Substantia nigra projects some neurons, those are dopaminergic. So these dopaminergic fibers are destroyed in Parkinson's disease. Okay, So there will be a disturbance in the balance of indirect and direct pathways. Now if the disturbance is there, so it is obvious कि hypokinetic and hyperkinetic movements will be there, कि sometimes indirect pathway will be activated, sometimes direct pathway will be activated, so both will show its actions na. So when we talk about clinical features of the Parkinson's disease, clinical features, so we divide clinical features into two parts. First is hypokinetic movements. Hypokinetic movements could be akinesia, कि there is no movement at all. Then there is bradykinesia, decreased movement, bradykinesia. Then there is decreased fine movements. Fine movements, do you understand what do I mean by fine movements? When you are writing something, like when I'm writing this PPT, my finger has to work in a coordinated manner. If my finger won't work in coordinated manner, I won't be able to write this PPT. So these are known as fine movements. Second is hyperkinetic movements. Hyperkinetic movements includes rigidity and tremors. Now talking about its treatment. Anyways, treatment is not for you guys because treatment is the part of pharmacology. But anyways, let me tell you. A drug known as levodopa is given, which is precursor of dopamine. Because what happened in the Parkinson's disease, dopaminergic fibers are destroyed, so dopamine will be less. So we need to put dopamine in the system. So what will we do? We will give the levodopa. Now some people will ask ki, bro, why not dopamine directly? Dopamine is not given directly, bro, because it cannot cross blood-brain barrier. So can the levodopa cross the blood-brain barrier? Yes, it can cross. So levodopa will cross the blood-brain barrier and will get converted into dopamine. So this was your basal ganglia. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, then please press the like button. Thank you.